I'm waiting to hear you. Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom. Bim, bam, bim, 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 bam, bim, 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 bam, lady, 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 bam, bim, 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 bam.
Good Shabbos, everyone. Good to see you all. And as always, most importantly, hopefully for you, it's good to see one another. Which means, especially, you've enjoyed a nice Shabbos dinner, hot dogs and hamburgers, the traditional Shabbos meal. You can't. It was awesome. And but some just got here now for services, and it's important that we're a community, that we know who we're with. So find somebody you're sitting near, who you may or may not know, introduce yourself to them, wish them a good Shabbos as well.
Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom. Bim, bam, bim, 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 bam, bim, 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 bam, yum, 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 yum.
We have our musicians with Cantor helping make services beautiful, and some of us were just chilling before, listening to a little jazz and enjoying that too. So we'll start us off with some warmth there, feeling our love. Service under the stars is always a special occasion for Temple Shir Shalom, because 34 years ago, this is where it began, that first service that so many of us were at together when the storms came in, and we had to run from I was not here, I don't know. I'm channeling my inner Daniel to tell this story well. But it was a service that Rabbi and many of you have told me that no one knew who'd show up, and if it would be a small crowd or a large crowd, and I don't know, 500 people were there. According to apocryphal legends, thousands now were there. I've met more people who have told me they were there that, were not even alive then. But nonetheless, it was our humble beginnings. Before we had a home like this, before even the office building existed, before we sit in this place that will be our addition very soon. We'll talk about that later, because I know last year at Service Under the Stars, I did say this would be the last Service Under the Stars in this space, because the ground would be all turned over. Well, permits. Hopefully by Rosh Hashanah you'll see that happening, but we'll talk during Tish, and I'll tell you all about that. But I think knowing our roots is important. For so many of us who are new to the temple and to the community, the idea of the traditions that we inherit and then build upon it, the new ones we create are part of who we are and what makes this special. So yeah, 30 families to 100 families to 433 families that began Temple Shir Shalom to now almost 900 families, who we are and what we celebrate, but most importantly, that we know each other. Why we start every service that same way, finding the people who we're here with, who we're making community with, this Kihila Kadosha, this holy community, because that's what we create, that holiness. And so that's what makes this time so special. And later in the service, we'll install our new board of directors. We'll honor our past presidents. It's a special tradition that we do. We'll pass the candle, the flame from lighting Shabbos candles to bringing light into our world, to reminding us of the responsibility we all have in making our world a brighter place and what that means. But for now, let me share one little thing, one quick little teach that leads into our thoughts and our meditations. The word to pray in Hebrew is lahit palel. It's a reflexive word. When you hear the lahit in front of a word, it's something that we do ourselves, like the word to wash has that same reflexive. You wash yourself. So to pray, I'm praying myself, I'm praying within. Every Hebrew word has a root, has 3 root letters, usually. And this root has a double letter, 2 lameds, for those who like Hebrew. It feels like I'm telling a magic trick here, but Hebrew is like a magic trick sometimes. Those 2 lameds, a pei and a lamed would say is the root. We go back in history, often when we have a double letter like that, it means at some point a hey was there as well, before there was a double letter. So it wouldn't be pei lamed, it would be pei lamed hey. Lahit palel, that word that means to pray, maybe it comes from that root meaning wonder. Pei lamed hey is the root of wonder, fella. The idea of wonder and what we create. So maybe when we pray, we search for that wonder that's from within and connect with the wonder that's out in our world. We're told we're in the image of God. We're created b'tselem Elohim, and maybe that's how we create with that which is beyond with our prayers. Our Kaya services, our services like this, we don't use a prayer book. We meditate, we sing nigunim, we sing the prayers that maybe we're familiar with or not. But maybe it's that wonder that comes from within that's most important. So close your eyes for a moment. Take a deep breath in through your nose, out through your mouth. And think of the wonder that each of us can appreciate in our life. The blessings we have, the goodness that's there, the connections that we feel that resonate, and maybe that which our soul feels. The Shabbat is that time we come back to connect with our soul, to appreciate that wonder and understand a little more deeply. So with that sense of kindness of what we build our lives, our world upon, with that sense of wonder that comes from within and that appreciation of the world, so we come together as a community for our prayers now. As we rise, if we're so able, for the Baruch Hu, our call to worship.
Shout love Adonai, your God, with all my heart, with all my soul, and with all of my might, and all these words which I command you on this day shall be upon my heart, shall be upon my heart, and thou shalt teach them diligently unto thy children, and thou shalt speak of them when thou sittest in thy house, when thou walkest by the way, and when thou liest down, and when thou risest up, and when thou risest up, and thou shalt hide them for a sign upon thy hand. They shall be for frontlets, and they shall be for frontlets. and write them on the doorposts. And thou shalt write them on the doorposts of thy house, and upon thy gates, and upon thy gates, upon thy gates, that ye shall remember to all my commandments, that ye shall remember and do all of my commandments, and be holy unto your God, unto your God, unto your God.
Next prayer that we join together under the words of the Hashkivenu. It's a prayer that when we lie down to sleep, that we ask God to watch over us, to protect us, so that tomorrow morning we can wake up to life renewed, refreshed, ready to fulfill our individual missions on this earth. The Hebrew word that we use to ask God to watch over us and protect us, as we say, we want God to put us inside of a sukkot shlomecha. A sukkot shlomecha, a shelter of peace. And here within that word, one of the holidays, those two words, one of the holidays that we celebrate of Sukkot. Festival, we set up booths, we set up huts to remind us, one, of historical events that happened as we were farmers and tending to our field and making sure that we were there next to them during the harvest season so that we could harvest as much as possible during the day and have a place to rest in the shade when it was in the middle of the day and the heat was out. But also that idea of that festival of fruits, the season that we celebrate a good harvest. But there are certain rules about how a sukkah should be built. One of those rules was the idea of that you put a roof on top of it, something called schach. And it was leaves that were branches of trees that might go over the top of it. The idea was that you didn't completely cover the sukkah, that you would still at night, if it were to rain, feel the raindrops fall upon you. At night you might be able to look up and see the stars. And so I want us to picture that in our minds for a moment. I invite you to close your eyes and to picture for yourself a sukkot shlomecha, a shelter of peace. What does your sukkah look like? What is your sukkah made out of? Is it large or small? How many people can fit inside of it? Is the room just for you? For friends and family? Large enough for a community to be able to fit inside? What makes it a shelter of peace? Is it that people's needs inside are all met? The way people treat each other? How people respond to one another? Sukkot shlomecha. Shelter of peace. I invite you to open your eyes for a moment to pretend that you're inside of that shelter. To look up. Or if you're at home, to look out the window. To experience the beauty around you. To just be. How often in our lives do we just stop to recognize the beauty of the clouds above us? Maybe the moon behind us shining, the bird flying over, this light breeze. That vision that we have in our mind, that shelter of peace. You see that it's our responsibility to bring that into this world as well. We join together in the words of the Hashkivenu. We ask not only that God spread over that shelter of peace over us, but that vision that we have in our minds, we make that a reality. Bring that to our world. The rabbis were pretty smart in the way that they created our liturgy, because they realized that each one of us enters our sanctuary with different needs, with different things that are on our mind and on our hearts. And so they created these fixed prayers, the Keva, prayers that were written to express our words of thanks, words of praise, words of petition. But they also realized that we might enter into our sanctuary without having words to express that were already written. There might be something else that we wanted to share, and so they gave us this moment of kavanah, this moment for prayers of intention, to speak to God from our own hearts. So we invite you now to take a moment for our own private meditations. Please pray silently.
Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi yagid tehilatecha. Eternal God, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your glory. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzchak v'Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Leah v'Elohei Rachel Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor v'Hanora El Elyon Gomer Chasadim Tovim V'Konei HaKol V'Zocher Chasdei Avot V'Imahot U'Mevii Geula Livnei B'neihem L'ma'an Shemo B'Yahava Melech Ozer U'Moshia U'Magen Baruch Atah Adonai Magen Avraham Ve'ezrat Sarah Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai Mechayei HaKol Atah Rav Lehoshia Morid Hatal Mechakel Chayim Bechesed Mechayei HaKol V'rachamim Rabim Somech Noflim V'rofei Cholim U'matir Asurim U'mkayem Emunato L'shenei Afar Michamocha Ba'al Gevurot U'midrom Elach Melech Minit U'mchayeh U'matzmiach Yeshua V'ne'eman Atah L'chayot HaKol Baruch Atah Adonai Mechayei HaKol Atah Kadosh V'Shimcha Kadosh U'Kadoshim B'chol Yom Yahalelucha Selah Baruch Atah Adonai Ha'el HaKadosh.
In the midst of our Shabbos prayers, so do we turn our thoughts to those in need of healing and strength, and the Torah being part of our learning and our wisdom on Shabbat. So we bring it into our midst and remind us that it's a source of our hope as well, as individuals, as a people. And so as we reach out and touch Torah, so do we connect with those we're thinking of in the midst of our prayers. Yishiberach Avotenu Avraham Yitzchak v'Yaakov v'Imotenu Yisrael Kol Rachel, Hu Yivarech et Cholim, merciful God, who's blessed our ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Sarah, Rebecca, Leah, and Rachel. Send your blessings to our loved ones who are stricken with illness, anxiety, friends and family we think of at this time. Elissa Yoto, Alan Edelberg, Amy Drysdale Outler, Shannon Bacon, Mickey Berg, Doreen Billett, Michael Brody, Karen Hasman, Chava Rachel, Esther Bashina Rivka, Patty Serezny, Stephen Chadwick, Rick Duroven, Megan Dox, Elishetta Batsara, Michael Eisen, Barbara Esrig, Richard Finkel, Robert Goldstein, Todd Graham, Batia Baasha Penina, Susan Greenberg, Andrew Halo, Ava Haber-Kornholm, Ty Hall, Hank Heiser, Carol Kaufman, Karen Kesser, Serafina Coffrin, Alyssa Coltono, Karen Coltono, Janet Korn, Ben Korn, Marta Lazar, Henry Leopold, Joyce Margulis, Libby McIntyre, Zoe Marcus, Joyce Maza, Teresa Miji, Gail Mintz, Mordechai Ben Moshe, Rev Herschel Ben Ba'ami, Linda Newman, Rabbi Robert Nosenchuk, Reza Batlan Miriam, Ella Pascal, Melanie Paul, Eileen Porcelli, Joanne Reed, Rachel Mibet Chaim Bechava, Marcy Fisher Reiners, the St. Amman family, Bernard Sklar, Roberta Sanino, Barbara Storm, Justin Weber, Deborah Zivian. 32,455 American troops who've been injured in Iraq and the surrounding areas to date, and all the names in our hearts. Baruch Atah Adonai Rafeh HaCholim. Bless you, God, give strength to those in need.
לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשה מכבלי הארצות, ולא שמענו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו משתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא, ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ. ביום ההוא, ביום ההוא, יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו, ושמו, ושמו
Nothing can fill the emptiness that a death leaves behind. Those who are no longer a physical presence are still alive within our thoughts and our words. Their memories are only a part of the picture. So long as we recall their presence, then their warmth, their friendship, their heart, mind, and thought are still within our soul. We honor and cherish the ones we love by living our lives to the fullest. So on this Shabbat, we think of those friends and family who have been taken from us in these most recent days, whose Shiva, Shloshim, and Shana we mark. Alan Margolin, Richard Dick Matlow, Benjamin Orbach, Cheryl Davidson, Ray Dalsharon, Craig Crewman, Flo Rita Block, Milton Zussman, Steve Yaros, Marlene Miller, Tony Michaels, as well as the 4,586 Americans of our armed forces who have been killed in Iraq and the surrounding areas to date, and the 1,047,105 Americans who have lost their lives to the coronavirus. And to their names, we add those whose yahrzeits we mark, those whose anniversary of passing we lovingly commemorate. Michael B. Aronovitz, Ruth Berkowitz, Dr. Jason Bodson, Jean Burke, Heletta Chernak, David Divek, Rose Dobrinsky, Dr. Bernard Dukoff, Connor Joseph DeGray, Mickey Fine, Martha Friedman, Marion Raskin Grant, Lorene Grund, John Hole, George Horwitz, Ada Horwitz, Betty Horwitz, Bernard Itzkowitz, Shirley Latinsky, Esther Mizell, Rebecca Lakin Mullen, Jean Newling, Martha I. Odell, Rosalind Rock, Jason Eric Schwartz, Bruce Side, Ernestine Severin, Lily Sharova, Rose Silverstein, Michael Syme, Eva Goldberg Weinstein, Ruth Yaros, Sarah Yaros, along with all those who have no one to say Kaddish for them. Do we remember now those loved ones as we join together in the immortal words of the mourner's Kaddish, praising God for the gift of life. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah, ve'alma divrach cherutei ve'amlich malchutei, v'chayachon uvyomachon uv'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala uv'izman kari v'imru, amen. Yehei shmei rabbah mevarach le'olam omei almaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei dekudusha b'richu, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbachata v'nechamata, da'amiran be'alma v'imru, amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru, amen. Oseh shalom b'mramav, huya aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru, amen. May the source of peace and peace to all who mourn. Comfort to all the bereaved among us here and everywhere, as together we say, amen.
Oseh shalom b'mramav, huya aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru, amen. Oseh shalom b'mramav, huya aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru, amen. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael.
Good Shabbos, everyone.
Good Shabbos.
So, always a wonderful evening to be able to gather for service under the stars. And we usually have some traditions that are part of this service that will continue as well. And we'll do those in a moment. We'll take a moment for Tish, and we'll also take a moment to install our new board and to send a special blessing to them as well. But a number of years ago, we started another tradition, and we wanted to honor a volunteer of the year each year. And so Art Fishman, who checked many of you in. We named it after him as the person that was introduced to me when I first arrived here as Mr. Shir Shalom, because he was always here, and anything that you needed, Art was always there and available to be able to help, and that continues to today. So we greatly appreciate it, and we have the Art Fishman Volunteer of the Year Award. And a few years ago in 2019, we gave it to Barry Levine, who jumped in and was helping out when we had a transition and making sure that everything worked here at Temple. And we have been off for a little bit because of COVID and haven't awarded that to anybody recently. And so we wanted to honor someone special tonight, and to do that, I wanted to invite up Miss Allison Parr, our Temple president, to be able to share some of those words.
Hi, everybody. It's such a beautiful night, and I'm really so happy to give this award because I suspect some of you don't even know that we have an unsung hero in our midst, and I really hope she still is my friend after I tell you how fantastic and how deserving she is of this Art Fishman Volunteer Award. Last year, when we had some changeover in our office and we needed office staff, our very own Leslie Moskowitz jumped in and filled all the holes, and she's been doing that ever since. She's been organizing. Some of you maybe talked to her on the phone. She schleps when certain people ask her to, and she doesn't love recognition, but she so deserves it, and I feel so happy to honor her and tell her thank you on behalf of all of us, because, boy, you go above and beyond. So thank you, Leslie. We love you. Oh, Les, sorry, don't hate me, but come on up. Your husband said so. We have something for you. Oh. If you hold this, I'll take the box off. No, but it's easier to carry it home. Keep it in the bag. We'll keep it in the box so it's easy to carry home. Yay! Yay! Like, so above and beyond, you all have no idea. Please don't hate me. Good day, Kate.
Very good.
Thanks, hon.
It was Brian Fishman, Allison Parr's idea, and Rabbi Daniels. I had nothing to do with it. No, we'll do Tish for a moment. They'll do that.
We'll say that one of the nice things that we'll do is, and we'll talk about, some of you were here this spring and you see some hole in the ground over there with some stakes around it. And we announced last year, as Rabbi Shir, that next year we're going to be somewhere else for Service Under the Stars. We guarantee next year we will be somewhere else for Service Under the Stars. But in this new building that will be starting hopefully September 15th, they'll start digging right around then. There'll be a space in there to recognize our Art Fishman Volunteers of the Year as part of that display as well. So thank you for Leslie for all you've done this year, and kudos to you.
Yay. Sorry. So yeah, some of you are asking, this is a space where our addition will be, where our preschool will be, our shorish will be. A year from now, in the fall, we'll be opening that up. And then, of course, our social hall and the expansion of the patio there, the social hall will be, we're going to redo that and make it more beautiful and with glass in the back and opening it up. And you'll be seeing those photos of it very soon, the images that Newman Smith, that Joel Smith has created for us and his team. Is really blessed to have them part of it. So hopefully by the holidays you'll see a lot of earth turned over. But a moment, we always have a Tish, and we haven't had this much time together, and it's so awesome. So a question you may have about anything on your mind, Jewish law or lore, that you're thinking at this moment, and we rabbis have to answer, or not. And we'll just get to our candles and our board before we all get eaten alive. Should we just do that? Okay. Right? So I would like to invite up Allison Parr, our president, again. And Arthur, you want to help with those candles, and we'll start passing them around. And as Arthur's doing that, I want to thank Ray Parker, our bassist, and Sven Anderson, our pianist, and of course David Reinstein, on the winds there. Beautiful music with Cantor Penny. We always appreciate your presence and being a part of what we do at Shir Shalom. We'll have them for Yom Kippur. And I want to invite up also our past presidents who are present today. I think I've seen all of them over here. Dr. Alan Minlin, I think, is here, right? And George Lakin, and David Steinberg, and Bunny Lieberman. If you'll all join us too. there any other past presidents? Did I miss any? Stuart Bass sends his love. It's the first Service in the Star he's ever missed because he has a family wedding on the East Coast.
Want to do that?
Oh. Sorry. Okay, I'll do this too then. And so I want to invite up our board of directors who are here, those who've joined us tonight as well. Marilyn Finkel-Brown, and Ian Sefferman, and Jordan Brode, and Howard Blank, and Lori Davidson Mertz, Michael Shapiro, and Terry Cooper. Our board is made up of many wonderful individuals. Melanie West and Gary Schumann and Gail Gold and Stephanie Gates, Jeff Aronoff, Jeff Kretschmer, Jeff Miller. And one day, Maurice Cecil. That's not official yet, so I can't say it. I didn't say it. I have a candle for you. So let's start as Allison leads us in the lighting of the Shabbos candles and Cantor sings the blessing.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu להדליק
So we say at preschool, every Shabbos morning, when Rabbi and me and Cantor are blessed to be with them, we give every child a candle. And we have them take it home for Shabbat, as we welcome Shabbat. And we remind them that you don't just need 2 candles for Shabbos, you can have as many as you want. Because the reality of each of us brings more light into our world. More light that is a part of who we are. And so, as we have our board here, so you're all walking away from me. The board's left my presence. Okay, you light the candles. I'll keep talking, and then you'll come back and I'll say something nice about the board. The idea of Shabbos light is it comes from within. That sense of wonder that comes from within. And what we appreciate as well. And so as we spread the light from Shabbat to one another, so we illuminate our world, so we remind ourselves the values we hold on to, of how we bring more light into each other's lives. From one flame comes all of us and the light that we create together. The board of directors, after you've passed that flame, come back up here. Hey, Barney, you interviewed me 27 and a half years ago. You need to come up. So with the board up here now, is the board up here? Jordan, I've lost Jordan. I've lost Mike.
They're coming.
To come back. Our current board and past presidents for the period too. We do this because we want our board not to be ever a rubber stamp on decisions that are made, but someone who is invested and engaged and connected with the leadership of us rabbis, as well as with all of you. That you know that, they want to know from you what matters and what you care about. And they bring that voice forward to make our community stronger. We rabbis and Cantor and Brian Fishman, where's Brian? There's Brian. We feel truly blessed because of this board of directors, because we know they care deeply. They love Temple Shir Shalom, they love this community, and they've given of their time and their commitment and their energy, their passion, and truly want to make what we do even better, to build upon what these past presidents have spent hours tirelessly, relentlessly making possible, to Dr. Alan Minlin schlepping down to Cincinnati to interview me 27 and a half years ago, because Rabbi Daniel told him he had to. And he told Daniel he would be a part of the decision, that Daniel couldn't do it by himself. And welcomed me and helped grow this congregation, to passing it on to Bunny and to David and to George and through all of the presidents over the years, and to all of you now, and to Allison with your leadership. Truly is this a gift to have people who care so much, but really all of you are that gift that they appreciate and why they do this. And so as we ask for their strength and their wisdom as they carry us forward, so together can we say Shechianu as they begin this year as our new board. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shechianu v'kiyamanu v'higyanu lazman hazeh. Bless you, God, ruler of the universe, who has given us life, sustained us, brought us this awesome moment together with our board.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shechianu v'kiyamanu v'higyanu lazman hazeh. Let's do that again. Really good. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shechianu v'kiyamanu v'higyanu lazman hazeh.
On this special occasion, we invite everybody to rise together for our closing benediction. But as we share these words, particularly with our board, but everybody here as well, asking God to continue to bestow blessings upon them, because it's those hands that they hold, those lights right now, that remind us of the light that they bring to our temple community and into our world. And so we say, Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. May God bless you. May God protect you.
Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chuleka.
May God's light shine upon you and shine through you.
Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yisimcha shalom.
May God lift you up, giving you the strength to always be you, to lead our congregation and make our world a little brighter. Most of all, may God bless all of us here and everywhere with peace.
V'yisimcha shalom.
Tonight is filled with a bounty of blessings, and so I invite our colleague, Rabbi Jay Moses, who happens to be here visiting his mom and dad, Janet and Henry Moses, to lead us in the Kiddush, because it's always awesome when we have a classmate, a colleague, a good friend who's here with us tonight. Rabbi.
God, now that is a Kiddush cup. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen.
Amen. L'chaim.
L'chaim. I wanted to make your mom and dad proud. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Thank you for being a part of tonight.
Nice to see you. Shabbat Shalom. Thank you. I know you're handshaking.